All right. Hi, everybody. This is Angie Matson-Stegall, Wayfinder, helper of people. I am delighted to be live here with you today. This is great. Facebook was a little cranky, so I'm a little bit later getting live than I expected I would be, but that's okay. We are here now. I wanted to do a little bit shorter of a live today. My last one on Monday was over 20 minutes, so that was pretty long. Evidently, I had a lot to say. I'll try and be more succinct this evening. Why am I here? I'm here to talk to you about my upcoming program starting January the 6th, 2022, so in the new year, called Unbecoming. It is a 4-month wayfinding experience for people who are really interested in how they are living. For people who are feeling the little quiet whisper that something is asking to be different in their life. And this is really the gift that I bring to the world, is helping people dive into the question, who am I? Starting with, who am I today? Getting just really clear on what's going on right now, with no judgment and with no need to change anything today. Just let's get it out there. Who are you? How are you living? Who are you today? And then you get to examine that. Like I think of gold panning. Put the water in, you put the dirt in, and then you just start sifting. And you're sifting for the gold. And the gold is who you really are. You get to use that gold to create your life in a way that brings you peace and joy and fulfillment. The cool thing about the end of the year is I'm wrapping up with several clients right now who have had an extraordinary time figuring out who they are and what they want and creating their life in such a way that they are seeing that come to fruition now. And in fact, I just had a wrap-up call with a beloved client. She and I did a 3-day VIP wayfinding experience in the mountains together, just her and I. And she had some additional coaching added on to that. And she said she's just really satisfied with life right now. She's feeling really peaceful about things. And that is a place that she has wanted to get to for a really long time. And so the fact that we ended with her feeling real peace was a huge win in my book. So that was a great call to have today. Okay, so back to Unbecoming. We're going to work through some things together over 4 months. It'll be 8 total calls. And we're going to dig into who are you today? We're going to dig into who do you want to be? But before we even do that, we're going to dig into what masks are you wearing? What roles are you playing? And stories aren't good or bad, but the question here is it working for you? And if it's not working for you, that's when you get to have the opportunity to make a real change. So all of us experienced as children expectations, both spoken and unspoken, rules, agreements, judgments, boxes, indoctrinations, all the things that are family, culture, religion, Everything tells us who we should be. And I think our greatest gift is to be adults who ask, does that serve me? Is that really who I want to be? And if it's not, to make the changes in your life, one little change at a time, or rip the Band-Aid off and make the big changes. I don't care how you do it. But to make the changes that bring you to your core of peace, to that place of deep fulfillment and deep satisfaction, where you think, God, I am lucky to be living this life. Is it all going to be all perfect all the time? No. But when you can get to the place where the work you're doing is incredibly satisfying, the relationships that you have are incredibly loving, and the life that you're living is the word that you want it to be. Exciting, joyful, happy, fulfilling, peaceful, whatever words, feeling words work for you. When you can say that about your life, it is good to get up every morning and live that life. So there is pain in life. There is the hustle, the forcing, the faking, and the feeling the pressure. That is pretty much the typical way life is. And I love to focus on the gain. And the gain is meaning and connection and peace and love, contribution, freedom, comfort, and belonging. Those are big things. Adrienne Marie Brown has this quote that says, "The only way to deal with an unfree world is to become so absolutely free that your very existence is an act of rebellion." And I have tried so hard to live my life that way since probably my early 30s. Have I always succeeded? No. And in full transparency, am I fully free feeling right now? No. But it is for right now, not forever. So I'm very aware of that. But I realized that the way I was living was an act of rebellion sometime in probably my mid-30s. A bunch of us family members got together for Christmas. And we had aunts and uncles and cousins and different people coming to visit. And over the holiday break, a bunch of us were standing in the kitchen talking about life. And I think it was one of my uncles was complaining about work. And then a cousin started complaining about work. And then somebody else started complaining about work. And I had nothing to complain about. I loved my work. I was self-employed at that point, still am. I was on 2 weeks of vacation because I was self-employed and decided I wanted the last 2 weeks of December off. Loved my work. I was very satisfied with the amount of money that I was making. I was very satisfied with how I was living. And it was just that conversation, listening to all of those people complain about their lives, really stuck with me. And I thought, I'm kind of being a rebel here. A little bit of a rebel, living outside of the box of corporate work or full-time employment at a job where, you're just living to work. And that was a lot of what I heard. So Unbecoming is about unwinding all of those stories, unwinding all of the shoulds and have-tos and ought-tos in order to get down to the core. I call it the warm, gooey center of who you are and what you love and what lights you up and what brings you joy and what brings you passion. And I was telling a current client about the program this morning, and I was telling her kind of the trajectory of how it would go, where, we got really clear in the first 2 or 3 sessions about what is. And then in the next couple of sessions, we got really clear about what really didn't fit. And I said it's going to be toward the end of the program before I ask anybody to make any changes of any kind. So we're really just going to go through an excavation process. Some of it will be hard. But by the time we really get there, man, the transformation that you choose to go through in Unbecoming is really a powerful, wonderful, amazing thing to watch. How do I know this? I've watched it a lot. I've watched it with 100 clients probably go through this transformation of unearthing what works and what doesn't for them, and claiming the truth of who they are, what they love, and what matters to them. So, angiestegall.com/unbecoming is where you can find all the information about the investment and the program dates. And then you can click the blue button to register. And I just want to say that special pricing ends on Friday, which is December 17th. So I would encourage you to go ahead and grab your spot. You'll save like, I don't know, $300 or $400. So go ahead and get registered before Friday. I would love to have you in the program. If you have questions, put them in the chat box below, and I'll be happy to answer them even during the replay. And if you want to email me, Angie@angiestegall.com, I will be more than happy to have a dialogue with you. We could even hop on the phone if that would serve you. So there we go. All right. I would love to have you join me for Unbecoming, a 4-month small group wayfinding experience. And what are we wayfinding for? You, your warm, gooey center, your core of peace, and all the things that light you up and make you happy. I hope you'll join me. Thanks for watching.